All right, guys, welcome back to the Cinema Boys, and today we are talking about a very hyped movie on the way to making $1 billion. A lot of showings and screenings, have a lot of crazy teenagers and kids, but of course, I'm talking about the Minecraft movie, which is we are here to talk about it. I mean, me and Devin tried to watch it a little earlier throughout the weekend, but we chose it was best not to because our theater was packed, and we live in a small town.
We haven't seen a packed theater in
Yeah, probably since No Way Home.
Endgame or
Yeah,
so. No Way Home, Endgame.
a very just hyped Marvel movie. But yeah, this Minecraft movie, it stars Jason Momoa, Jack Black, Emma Myers. Those are the people I already knew. The other main characters were also Sebastian Eugene Hansen and Danielle Brooks. But yeah, I just kind of want to get it started right away. This movie was definitely targeted towards kids, I would say. I don't even think there's a minute that goes by on screen without someone making a joke.
Yeah, there's like something kind of being poked fun of somewhere here and there, out of almost like the whole time. Um, some of it hit with me.
Yeah. It's not like all the
Wasn't-
jokes
it
were
wasn't
duds.
like kind of like a where like if you're older, you're gonna like this is gonna go way over your head or whatever. Like maybe if you're like an adult taking like if you're a parent taking your kid, I feel like you can still hit some of these. I think just Jack Black is pretty just he can always make something funny.
Yeah.
Um,
We also did grow up with Minecraft also, so watching the movie, maybe if you're a little older and didn't grow up with it, you might not have the same feeling about this movie. But yeah, just growing up with it, playing the game very often when I was little, it was definitely just enjoyable seeing all the Minecraft things added into the movie. Especially like they added the Woodland Mansion, which I did not know they were going to add that into the movie, but was super cool to see. Uh, and I mean, honestly, they made the world look kind of beautiful.
yeah, no, this is like uh, really really beautiful. Like it looks like a dream world and stuff like that. Not what you sometimes always get with Minecraft itself, which I guess I was kind of a little worried about. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch a movie where it's like, but this is like an extremely beautiful scenery and everything like that.
Except they never visit the Ender Realm. That's kind of
They hint
sucks.
at it with Elytra because you have to kill
The
your
Ender
dragon in
Dragon,
order
yeah.
to get it, and then in fact he has multiple. It's something else. As
Yeah,
well.
that's pretty crazy.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of aspects in the like Minecraft game itself that they kind of just skipped over because of the things he has.
There definitely Minecraft's also been around a while, so
Yeah.
they've been adding a lot of stuff to
They
it.
focus more closer to the newer age of Minecraft than they
Oh,
have
for sure,
in
like the
beginning.
Woodland Mansion. I just was talking about it. That's newer Minecraft. It's not super new, but it's
Yeah.
definitely within the past couple of years. But which I enjoy because I love those mobs, like the Vindicator, the villagers with the axes that start chasing you right away. I love those in the game, and I just love seeing them. I also enjoy just honestly seeing the mobs. I feel like they did the creeper explosion in a super cool way as well.
Yeah, that actually was pretty cool.
They did that pretty good. It kind of did mimic what the creeper looks like in the game when it's about to blow up as well. And obviously, it just has those things you need to play Minecraft, like the iron golem. And obviously, it shows you how to craft things. But the only thing is like in this movie, they also can craft different things from like the outside
like
world.
completely random
Yeah,
things.
like this kid just has a random
Yeah,
tater tot from like his breakfast, and he makes a tot gun.
which was super random. He pulled out an eraser.
Yeah,
like
I don't-
a pencil. Like he was like, "Can I try something?" And then that's what made it really weird too.
And then it was just like a super cool item or
Like
whatever.
yeah, I could just launch a super powerful tater tot launcher at that too, because you see it in use probably around like I'd say 5 minutes on screen. Later,
Yeah.
where he's shooting it at piglins, I believe is what they're called.
Piglets, yeah, whatever.
And then sorry, I'm more of the older age of Minecraft. The piglins are kind of new to me. But yeah, like they were kind of like pushing them back at least a little bit, having some knockback on them. So that's what I kind of I was like that one kind of made not I was like this is a lot this is a powerful tater tot. It's like I don't know.
Yeah. The only thing I really kind of didn't like is the outside world. Just didn't really make sense to me. It kind of looked like also a fantasy world in a sense.
Yeah, it was just more of like they try to make this really horrible town, but not at the same time. But it's also like
Especially a kid makes a jetpack though.
the kid made a working jetpack
Yeah.
out of random
Like
art
school supplies. Yeah.
And then it works very well. They cut a wire and like the only thing the wire does is just make him lose control of it.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
And but we haven't even nailed the
A jetpack. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's like I don't know, like and then like he at the end you see him perfect the jetpack, which I'm pretty sure he protected.
The first time he built it.
The first time it was just that there was these bullies because it was his first day at school and they cut the wire and then he comes back from going to the underworld or no the overworld.
Yeah, that's what it's called, the overworld.
They go there and then come back and then he's got a perfectly working
jetpack. Yeah, he can just take to school. Like, okay. I don't know where he's storing that. Unless it doesn't even look like it's going to fit in his locker.
He's not beating these guys up if they try to,
But yeah, I mean, so, yeah, we've kind of already talked about little things in the movies already, of course. Just because, I mean, it's a pretty memeable movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, just because the Jack Black and the mannerisms he brings. The only thing that really kind of sucks about Jack Black is he kind of has the same mannerisms in all the movies he's in now. It wasn't always that way. He used to like have a good range of movies, but lately he's just been in comedies and kind of played the same character.
Characters.
Yeah, and that kind of sucks. But honestly, I thought Jason Momoa in this movie was very funny and probably the funniest character other than Steve.
It was actually kind of weird to see him. I feel like most movies I've seen him, he's like this big, serious dude. I mean, that's
Aquaman, he's pretty funny in too. So, and obviously, if you've seen him in like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, he's hilarious, and that's not even him acting too. That's literally just him being funny. But he's a pretty funny guy. But I guess let's just kind of go talk about what I really want to talk about is kind of like the main siblings of the movie, because I didn't really vibe with them that well. I didn't really enjoy their characters or how they were written too much.
Yeah, and I was like looking at it. I don't know if this is this kid's first movie. I think when I was looking up
the Sebastian Eugene Hansen.
When I looked him up on Rotten Tomato, I did not see anything.
He did play in Just Mercy. Probably not a big role because he was probably young. He might have been a baby because that was it was 2019.
That's from the movie.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, this is like his first real role, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't terrible in it. I would say it's more like the writing.
Yeah, and I don't know, like his character is like so like. I think it was supposed to be kind of like supposed to relate to how Jack Black is Steve
and how he felt in the world,
but he kind of just acted, I feel like, completely different. Where like Steve in the movie really wanted to go to the overworld, and he wanted to mine.
Yeah, he
wanted to create, and then he ended up finding the overworld, and then he stayed there for, I think, 5 years is what it ended up being. I don't even know.
I don't know how long he was in there.
But he's been in there for a while, and then. I don't know if I just put 5 years in my head.
And I just wondered if he was like sleeping during this time or whatever, because like it explains throughout the movie like the day and night's only 20 minutes basically. So I wonder if he ever got sleep or anything.
And the only time they even shown him at night was him like in the corner of his house.
Yeah, hiding from the zombies.
By the bed, and like the zombies are going crazy at his door and stuff like that. So that's another thing where it's like. I don't know. Like I guess does he ever sleep or whatever? And then if he doesn't, there's a whole other aspect from that with the I forgot what they're called in Minecraft now. But if you don't sleep, they have the flying things that come and get you. I don't know.
Oh no, yeah, that's if you like It's not if you don't sleep. It's like if you don't sleep for
3 days.
yeah. It's like kind of like a nightmare thing. I forget what they're called, but I definitely know what you're talking about. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's looking it up, guys. This is why we have our computers here. Phantoms, and that makes sense.
Okay. I had to look that up. I said
That is definitely newer Minecraft though, so I'm not
Yeah.
super surprised they didn't add that.
I guess that's just me being like a kind of like a fan of the game in a sense, and it's also like, but there's also a lot of holes game wise.
Oh yeah, like they don't do everything perfect because like if you played the game, you know like even when it turns day, the zombies can still be alive for a while, and they'll still charge you, and like
But this one's they just accept defeat.
yeah, it's like they'll just start burning and they die right away.
They're also stronger and not stronger in that sense. Where
Yeah.
like, well, like in that fire sense, they are like 10 seconds they're dead. But like they were like full on like snapping their necks essentially, and then like they would get up and just reform and keep going, and then.
And honestly, I didn't really understand the gravity in this world because little kids were throwing these zombies like up into the roofs of the houses and stuff. But then
Yeah.
the zombies could also do the same to them.
Yeah, it was super weird, and then like another thing was the Jason Momoa was the garbage
Garrett?
man. Garrett.
Yeah.
Garrett. He fell down that hole whenever they were first being chased by the mobs.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then a skeleton fell down the same hole and then died.
Yeah.
So it's like I get usually I don't know exactly the in-depth health of mobs in Minecraft. I think we have more health as the character than the skeletons do, but still, like this is apparently an unharmed skeleton, probably dropping like 6 blocks. So it's like a lot of the fall damage doesn't really make sense in this game, in this movie.
Yeah. And you can steal someone else's wolf. I don't know if you can do that in the game, like I was saying.
Yeah, she like retamed Dennis.
Yeah.
Sorry, the dog of the movie.
Yeah, she retamed a wolf. And I honestly don't know. I never really tried, I guess.
Well, I know it's only angry. It's like only angry at you in the game. Like if me and Jacob were playing a world and Jacob tamed a dog, if I
Hit me.
Jacob,
Yeah.
it would attack me. But it was ready to attack, and they hadn't even encountered Steve yet.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Especially when like the collar, because he was missing his collar, and when you give him a bow, he has the collar.
At that second,
That does happen in the game though.
Yeah. I was like, are they all Dennis? And then
she was like, oh,
you see later in the movie, they're not all Dennis.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's a pretty cool use of wolves towards the end of the movie though.
Yeah, I was wondering why she wasn't there in the beginning. And then she had her scene.
But yeah. So let's move on. But yeah, let's go to like the kids. Throughout the movie, I kind of felt like they were trying to push their relationship, and how the sister's trying her hardest to like kind of take care of her brother, even though he can kind of already take care of himself and everything.
Yeah.
He's super smart and creative, and she's just overbearing. But I don't think they do it that good because, like I was talking to Devin after the movie, they're literally on screen maybe 10-15 minutes together.
Yeah.
Because they get split up in the real world real quick when he goes to school, and then gets in trouble, and then calls Garrett the garbage man, which I thought was funny because Jennifer Coolidge is in this movie. That's Stifler's mom, and she has a pretty funny dirty joke. Actually, I thought that was hilarious.
I like when and then Garrett's response.
Yeah.
Like,
But
or divorce, she made a big mistake or whatever it was.
but that's pretty funny. I really enjoyed Jason Momoa's character the most, probably. But yeah, they didn't really give us that much screen time because when they meet up when they're about to go into the overworld or the Minecraft world. That's what they call it if you didn't guess it by now, but they call the Minecraft world the overworld. And then they split up within seconds of honestly probably the stupidest plot line of the movie. Because they're trying to find the Woodland Mansion, and Steve literally knows where it's at, and then the two girls are like, oh, let's go find a map to make sure, and then split off the main characters. And then they don't even find the Woodland Mansion. So it was literally pointless.
Yeah.
Of course, like they found the wolf, and then it helped them track to them. But that was already like after they escaped the mansion and then went through all that hell. I don't know. I just wasn't really invested into those characters because, I mean, it didn't give us time to really settle in their relationship. It literally just jumped right into it. It was like, oh, their mom's dead, and then boom, they're just in the overworld. And even when they did argue, it wasn't really convincing because it happened for 2 seconds, and then again they split up, and then the next scene they're like perfectly fine with each other.
Yeah, I don't. It's probably just me because the new movie's coming out and we had to rewatch the original. But it seemed like they were trying to force on like a Lilo and
Sid.
well, not Lilo and Stitch, but like a Lilo and I forgot what her sister's name is. But that dynamic.
Okay, yeah.
But like the Lilo and Stitch movie, they're together the whole time. Where they get like 10 minutes together, and then it's like
Yeah, you get to watch
she's
the
like,
relationship.
I'm trying to take care of you. I'm trying to make sure you're okay and all this stuff. But like that's all you get really. And then it's like then she's hanging out with I don't remember what her name was. Dawn, I guess is what her name was. In the character because they get split up during the big fight in the beginning. Not like big fight in the beginning, but the beginning.
But
fight.
it was definitely like a fight, yeah.
And they get split up, and that's really it. And then you see them at the end.
Ready to fight all of a
They
sudden.
find each other again, back with each other. So.
Just because they feel like they're safe, like they're more used to the world because they made a house out of a mushroom.
Yeah.
So they think they're ready now. But yeah, I mean, it's a kids movie. So, and I'm kind of glad they did focus on a lot of Minecraft stuff, like the redstone and the tracks, and like how the carts don't really work unless you have the redstone, because that's how it works in the game. If you try to do it without redstone and you move, you'll go very slowly. In this version, they have to get someone out and push though, and that's kind of funny. But even like just like that, the big things between the characters, like the arguments between the characters, are literally just blown over. Like Jason Momoa's character, it tries to get diamonds, and kind of like makes them go to a detour. And as a kid, I would be super pissed because we're trying to find my sister and get out of this world. But like he shows that, but then yet again,
it gets like overridden in like maybe 15 minutes.
Because they literally find the mansion, and then boom, Jason Momoa's out of the movie for like 10 minutes maybe. And then when he gets back, they don't really.
He's over.
Yeah, they don't really get back to that argument.
I kind of get the same though. If someone saved my life.
Yeah, I get it, but like we could have added more depth into those.
It was a meaningless argument at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like honestly, like half of the arguments or like serious things are kind of just a waste of time in this movie. And I feel like this movie could have been shorter. They did definitely add a lot of filler, I think.
Yeah, I if they're gonna do anything filler, I wish they would have done a montage of Steve's life before they came in.
Yeah, and how he built like the whole world.
He's been trapped in the Nether for however long it's been. I don't even know if they even said it in the movie.
Yeah, like I don't even know how long he's been trapped. So
he gets right out of the Nether and has his whole inventory. And then it's also funny, like I've seen a thing where it's like, how can he beat the Ender Dragon, get the Elytra if he said he had struggles against the Enderman?
That he almost died against the Enderman.
Which I kind of understand. Like me, I was like, I know when I first started playing, I almost died to Enderman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like as I got better at the game, I could beat the Ender Dragon. So that's what I was thinking of in a sense. But it's also like, but we also have like he has netherite things. I'm pretty sure, like which just got out of the game. I know, but is only accessible to you if you go to the Nether. Like, because you have to go get netherite. So
yeah.
But like his only experience in the Nether
was getting captured.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking to it. Maybe it wasn't nether. Maybe it was wood. I don't know because it didn't really like give us a good example of what netherite would have looked like.
Mm-hmm.
But what I thought was, and then all these like fancy items and cool items that he has that would be kind of complicated to get in the game, and he just got it all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wish instead of like forcing these random plot lines for like the split seconds or whatever, or that end up adding up to probably like around like 30 minutes total of the scene of movie time. But if they would have just been like, I would rather have a montage of him going through and like almost dying to Enderman or whatever, and then eventually becoming better at the game, has a full enchanted armor, or not, maybe not.
Which we don't even get to see a what are those, anvil or them enchant anything.
Yeah.
Also,
So
that's OG Minecraft too. So it was pretty. It was pretty sad not to see that added in the movie.
You need an anvil in order to name.
Especially like if you're going into the Woodland Mansion, that's usually like, other than the Ender, that's one of the hardest places to beat. And they literally went in there without any armor.
Yeah, they just went out there with their bare hands. Then eventually got an axe.
Yeah, and then left a freaking diamond sword in the chest. He barely even took the loot from the mansion.
Yeah, he's like opening like the first one I saw was wheat, and then I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna be a bunch of. But I was like, one was full steaks, and then one was like full diamonds. I feel like.
Which I guess he doesn't completely understand the world. And I honestly, I don't know how, like, us from the outside world, how quick we would get hungry.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, but I feel like at the same time, if I just saw free steak, I'd take a bite. So I don't know.
But also it did show like Steve, like we can still eat food from this universe or whatever this place is. But yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's a fun movie. I guess just like the kind of the nerd in me, like, kind of just picks apart. Cause like also when the main kid fights the Enderman, if you ever fight them in Minecraft, they're like teleporting around all you, so you got to be like spinning. But this it must be dumb or something, because it just kept going right in front of him and his axe. But literally, they did kind of do something cool with like how if you look at the Enderman, it starts attacking you.
Yeah.
They did something cool with that. But also, Steve said he would fry your brain, and the kid's brain does not get fried.
Maybe it's just the dream he gets is what he's talking about. So maybe we don't know what Steve's dream or nightmare, I guess, was.
Yeah.
And I guess they do hint at Hero Brian potentially, because I've already seen the theory of that. Because like Steve's eyes are white, and everyone else is purple.
Oh, okay.
So, they kind of hint that maybe.
But you would definitely have to show how Steve became bad. That's for sure.
Which I don't. But the thing is also like you're Steve, and you can also run into Hero Brian. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe it's just like kind of like a clone. You know what I mean? Like kind of that.
Maybe they do like a weird thing where like the.
It's kind of crazy. Like if they are going to add Hero Brian, why didn't you do that like in the first movie? Because that's where Minecraft started. Yeah, that's the OG like bad guy. Other than of course the Ender Dragon.
Yeah. So now it's like.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of would enjoyed watching a Minecraft movie where they literally just beat the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to get out, they had to
Instead of,
beat the game and then fight the Ender Dragon.
Where it's like maybe like a Jumanji-esque, where it's like where they have to beat Jumanji in order to go back to the real world.
Yeah.
They would have killed the Ender Dragon, and then it would have been like the whole like they have the end like they literally
have the end credit. You watch the credit scenes in the sky. Yeah, that'd be sick.
You beat the game and you get the end credits. So it's like they could have definitely. I feel like that'd been a cool thing, where it's like because it's once you jump in the portal again is when they play all that. You can walk around however long you want in the end.
Yeah, you can still play the game and explore.
They can still have their like sentimental moment where it's like, well, I guess this is it. But I'll see you guys in your own, like maybe Steve stays or whatever. But I guess maybe it's just a plot to get him to the real world. But I was like, if they would have beat the Ender Dragon and then would have been like,
because then we could have watched them going around like trying to find Endermen to collect the Ender Pearls.
Sense to that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, okay, well, the girls go do this, the men maybe go hunt down Endermen and get Ender Pearls or something like that. Whatever it may have been, like, I don't know. I feel like they're coming in different directions, and maybe that's just us being the kind of like Minecraft. Well, we're not calling we didn't like we played it. There's people who played a lot more than us.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just know a little bit about it.
Yeah. So it's just like if they would have like done a more OG based thing, but I guess now it's like they're only trying to appeal, not only trying to appeal it, but mainly appeal to the newer audience of Minecraft.
Yeah, because like I was at least expecting like maybe them going into an old mine shaft and finding some loot,
Yeah.
and then maybe finding a dungeon. But you don't even get to see a dungeon in here.
It's all just already laid out.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
Because Steve's already set up the whole world how he wants it. And it's like we don't even get the actual, like, I don't know, I feel like to me I would have liked it more of like at least a montage or some sort or something along those lines of where he's actually kind of, in a sense, where us grinding the game.
Yeah.
Where like he's mining for diamonds maybe. Like, it would be funny, maybe like he doesn't, like, it's not just him strip mining or whatever. Like, you know when you're playing the game, whenever you're just breaking bricks and then like lava starts flowing. Like, it'd been funny if he would have like started running away from, like, he was mining.
Yeah,
or,
and
like,
running from
broke
them.
the wrong cobblestone and then it just like lava starts pouring. He's running back up his cave or something like that. Like, that would have shown that he was putting in effort to get diamonds and not just randomly have a bunch of diamonds.
Yeah, because like, I mean, it seems like it's not really creative, but it is more like in creative mode.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we see the kid, like the main character, like break a couple blocks of wood, and then all of a sudden he just builds a tower. And I'm like, even if he did, he can't turn 3 blocks of wood into like 50 planks. Yeah, you only get 4 planks out of 1 piece of wood. But like I said, just like that's me picking apart Minecraft, the game, really. I mean, like it's honestly a really fun game to play.
Yeah.
And there's super cool mechanisms to it. So I'm obviously going to be looking for that stuff in the movie. Obviously, there are a couple of things like they just skip over. Like they have a piston, but you only see that for like a second when it knocks Jason Momoa's out. Like they have a slime block scene, but
there actually is no slime. I didn't think of that either.
Oh yeah, we didn't even see a slime or them get that.
A slime cube.
Yeah, which obvious. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, where do slime usually show up?
Slime usually just kind of like they can be really
anywhere.
There's the magma slime as well, which is mainly nether. Well, I think it's only nether.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like a decent amount. I feel like there's a decent. I mean, we didn't see a wolf either. I don't think.
What do you mean?
Or like, sorry, fox. I don't know. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, that's definitely new.
I had pictured a fox and then said wolf.
If they already added bees to the movie, they should have added the foxes.
So I'm just kind of like nitpicking what we didn't see now.
And we also didn't see the water zombies, the drowned. That's what they're called. We didn't see the drowned.
Also, another thing was, all the skeletons had enchanted bows and arrows.
Oh yeah.
They're shooting off
also,
fire.
but it also sucks because when they kill these things, like sometimes they drop loot.
Yeah.
And that's how you can get a bow and arrow. Like if you don't want to craft it, you can kill a. It obviously doesn't drop every time.
Yeah, it's like a percentage rate or whatever.
But you like how many freaking things they kill, and it just doesn't drop anything but bones.
Yeah.
And even sometimes skeletons won't even drop bones.
There's also no aspect of the rotten flesh.
I was thinking that too when the zombies burns. Yeah. Or like the food poisoning, that would have been cool to go into. Just like the aspects about the game. Obviously they brought a couple, but I wish they would have just like delved more into it and just like had us more in the world other than them
I guess
running through everything.
Yeah, I think I would have, like, this is essentially, it was kind of like it ended up being like a meaningless movie, like where like the plot was not really sticking.
Yeah,
and,
for
like,
sure.
Obviously, they ended up having a bad guy they beat, or whatever.
Not a very memorable one though. I don't think so.
And then, which I did think that fight was funny because I thought they were gonna just fight with it. The Iron Golds were just gonna fight with nothing, and then she was like, you silly, they don't fight unless provoked. And then, I think it was Travis, Picklin's name was, shoots them.
Yeah.
And they all go possessed, and then all starts. But
they do add like a super cool Iron Golem, like an updated Iron Golem.
Yeah,
I don't even think you can do that actually in the game, but I mean, it's pretty sick. Maybe. Honestly, I don't even remember those shoes being in the game. They probably are part of newer Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't know if he just made that, because I don't think it's a real thing.
That's right.
Wrong, But the one I'm looking at real quick. But I also haven't played it in a
It's
while.
like shoes with wings. Like if you ever watch Percy
with
Jackson, kind of like that. Is it a real
The
thing?
boots are real,
Okay, yeah, I didn't know
I think.
that.
But I don't know if the golem itself is real.
Yeah,
Um,
but obviously they show you making iron golems, and like Devin already said, Steve literally has all the iron already,
yeah.
just ready to go. It doesn't show them like trying to get any. The only thing it shows Steve getting is like mining a couple diamonds.
Yeah, so it says a unique mob to the movie. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, it is a unique mob. Okay. I thought they did the gas pretty well, though.
Yeah, the gas are pretty cool. They had a little joke about that one too, where it was like there because he was flying it or directing it, and then like, he was like, just poke it a couple times in its tentacles, and then it'll shoot the fireball. And then he was like, how'd you figure that out? You don't want to know or something like that. I forget exactly what it was.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. They did add like the water bucket drop, so that was pretty cool to see. But we also didn't see them make like any obsidian or anything. I kind of wish we watched them like make the Nether portal
Yeah.
and not
Which
instead
they
of
wanted to kind of like.
Steve kind of just found it out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then it's like. I don't know. It's like also there's a point where there was a chance where they could have both ended up leaving the Nether. If the dog could have made it, they both could have made it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because he was like, all right, follow the scent, blah, 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 blah. I was like, if he would have just left,
Ran with the dog.
and then pulled out a like time pickaxe and then broke it, which he would have had time as we noticed. Like, I don't know the game very much. I don't know if the rotting is like their equivalent of burning. Because I feel like they burn in the game, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
The pigs.
Yeah.
See, I feel like, honestly, I don't really know what happens to them.
So,
I've never pushed a pig through a portal.
and so then it's like, now I'm kind of making it, but like you could have both made it, and then he would have had time because you watch them like quickly turn into the zombified, is what they say is in the thing, like quickly zombified, and then he would have been able to have time to have gone home or whatever, gotten a diamond pickaxe if he hadn't already had one, and then broken it, and then that portal would have been fine.
Yeah,
but I guess they would have had no movie at that point.
And it must have been a decent long time he was in the overworld because everything in his bedroom just got put in the storage unit for sale. Which who did that, by the way? We don't know.
Yeah.
Because you have to buy a storage unit. So if he just didn't pay for his house, his stuff would just get thrown out. But that man definitely came into the world with like $1,000 of debt for not being on there for however long. He's probably pronounced dead, to be honest.
Probably.
If he was gone for years.
He doesn't have any family, really, just that he has.
It's just he's there, and then it shows him like 5 minutes at the end of the movie. Live in our world. It's pretty sick. And of course, Jack Black sings in this movie. Any chance he gets, he has to shows off his vocal cords. Because if you didn't know, Jack Black is like in an actual band, so he can like actually sing really good.
Because he's like, I think he's called, it's like Tenacious D.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And,
It's with another guy as well.
And then, so yeah, that's like interesting. Where I think because Peaches, and then I had seen a thing. Cause he did Peaches in 2023 with the Super Mario.
Well, also remember that movie I watched recently that was made in like 1999. I don't know if that's exactly. It's called High Fidelity with John Cusack. He's in that movie and he still sings at the end of with his band.
Yeah.
And that movie was made, like I said, long ago. So now he just keeps singing in a lot of the movies he's in.
Like these last few songs, I feel like have been really memed. Like I did actually a good jingle, a little bit for the lava chicken.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say the Peaches song. I don't know about that. That was overplayed a little bit. A lot of people.
At first, it was like when I watched it before I started hearing everybody start playing it. I was like, it's kind of catchy in my head. Like I was like, I can kind of like. And then, Kung Fu Panda 4, last year it came out. He at the end, he did his own like.
Don't think I've watched that yet.
Cover of the song, but I forgot what song it is, and I'm totally blanking.
Like a Kung Fu Panda song?
No, it's like like an actual song.
Oh,
That's the end of
okay.
the game. Oh, Baby One More Time. Baby One More Time.
Oh, okay. I know
So
what
he
you're
did a
saying.
cover of that, and then it's played at the end of the movie, as well. I totally I was like, I literally just watched him sing it or whatever, the clip of him singing it, and I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't remember anything about it for a second. But yeah, Hit Me Baby One More Time. He did cover that toward the end, and then now he's got the Steve's Lava Chicken, which that one I think that one's funny. I don't know if that one really catch on
Yeah.
much. I haven't heard it really outside of the movie, but I liked it.
There's definitely a lot of just memeable moments, like
Yeah.
I've been saying, just because it's towards the kids' audience. And I feel like most movies, especially if it has like actors like Jason Momoa and Jack Black, actors like even older people know,
Yeah.
they'll just go watch the movie for them and kind of just make fun of it and enjoy it. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't terrible of a movie. Unfortunately, I did feel like it was a little long towards the end.
Yeah, I definitely got to the point where I was like, dang, how long have I been here?
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was like, it can't be too much longer, right? But maybe it's just more of like me being like, and I was like, I wasn't more of like, I was like, I don't know, like I could still watch the whole movie and I wasn't like hating it or whatever.
Mhm.
And it's like, but it's more of like, man, like we've been here for a while and I feel like we've gone nowhere.
Yeah, cause like I just usually like more movies with like more complicated plots and character studies, and this movie is just showing like kind of their adventure in a way, and that's really all. It doesn't really dive into the characters' lives outside of the overworld too much. Instead of like the 10 minutes before they go in there, and then obviously the 10 minutes after they're there. But I wish kind of the characters just got more time, especially to mingle, because they split them up pretty fast and just. And we honestly don't even see like Emma Myers, the sister, and then Dawn, the one who found Dennis the Wolf.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not even in that movie together. Like we mainly just follow the three guys.
Like, we don't know, like they just randomly have a mushroom house out of nowhere.
Yeah. After Dennis showed them where they're at, like when they get time to
They were
find
going the
it.
complete wrong direction as well, as you can see in the movie.
Yeah.
Because then it starts going the exact opposite, like literally where they're coming from, essentially. So yeah, I don't know how they like, especially the route we see Steve and them take to get to where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
The fact they were doing this all on foot is kind of crazy to think about. Like they're literally flying over.
I will say what do they call again? The wings.
Oh, the Elytra.
The Electra. That scene was probably my favorite scene of the movie, though. That shit was
a really
that was
good
cool.
Scene. Especially them like weaving and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then when they had to like go through that hole, I thought that scene was hilarious with
That
Jack
was
Black
actually
and
funny.
Jason Momoa. He's like, yeah, man sandwich.
Man sandwich. Like, no.
So yeah, but I feel like, I talked about most of the things throughout this movie. You're ready to get to the rating.
I'm ready for our real score.
Alrighty. Alright, guys, let's get to our real rating. That's the first time I ever introduced it. But yeah, so kind of had to like think about it. Kind of had to look at my other rankings. Because, throughout our video channel, I do have a couple of rankings I do regret. Like Mickey 17. It's a little too high. I still really enjoy that movie. It's just a little too high. I wouldn't really put it at 89. But like I said, Minecraft movie, it's not really targeted for me. I'm not like the main audience. It's more for little kids. And, so I would put it at like a 38.75. I think that's a fair rating. It's not the worst movie, but I also don't see myself watching this movie again, to be honest. Maybe in the future, but even by the time I have kids, I don't think this movie will be relevant at all. So, yeah, so 38.75 is mine.
Yeah, okay, so I think for me, mine's going to be a little bit higher just because, like, this isn't a movie I don't think I would really, like, put on if I, like, was just, like, scrolling and I'm looking and I see it. I think I'd keep scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I think just for me, I'm a little bit more childish, I'd say, humor-wise.
What?
I think mine's gonna be a little bit higher because I think a little bit more jokes hit for me. But I
That
still
makes
think
sense.
mine's like a 43.27 out of
Okay.
So where it's like, I think a lot more hit and like I don't know, especially the fact I've been looking at the panda scene right in front of me this whole time because it's like when I look Rotten Tomatoes, it has so the first thing is the pandas is like the pictures of the pandas, and I'm a big
Yeah.
panda fan, so that's fun. I think it's funny, and I think I've made more maybe jokes towards Jacob during the movie than this one. So yeah, the 43.27 is gonna be my score. I think it's worth a watch still.
Yeah, it can be entertaining,
but it's just
especially
like-
if you bring buddies.
Yeah.
You can have fun.
But it's like not a movie where I'm like, if I'm at home, and I'm like, and I'm just watching it. Like I would rewatch it with someone if they like have it on maybe, but I'm not like out of my way going to go watch this movie again or whatever, or putting this on. And like, I don't think I really want this in my background or anything. Like
Yeah.
that. So it's like, yeah, I would. That's what I'm setting my score. I'm not saying it's a completely terrible movie where I wouldn't suggest it at all. But if you are into like Minecraft, or maybe you're just a fan of Jack Black itself, or whatever, or you want to support Jason as well, those two kind of really, I'd say, carry the movie.
Oh, absolutely. Those
so-
two characters were definitely the best part of the
And
movie.
a little bit of Jennifer Coolidge we get. That's also pretty funny.
Yeah.
They're worth their scenes. And her humor is funny in it because she's like, yeah, like my ex-husband had like no personality.
Talking to the villager.
It was really funny. But yeah, that's where my score is, and I'd still say if you are interested in the movie, to still go out and watch it.
Yeah, give it a try for yourself because not everybody's taste is the same.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I know I rated it a little low. It's just because, like I said, I got a little bored in the movie, and the plot literally isn't the best. There's a lot of holes in it, and I was just saying, I'm now, as I've grown up and I've been watching movies my whole life, I always enjoy just more adult movies, just because it's complicated. But also, watching movies like this is definitely just like gives my brain a break.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I gotta kind of shut off and.
Yeah, watch it because you don't really need to think about anything.
The movie where like who's the killer or whatever it may be.
Or like what's happening, yeah, something like that.
Just watch it.
So yeah, you can just have a good time, turn your brain off. But yeah, like I said, not terrible. Could have been way worse, but also definitely not really rewatchable in my eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all we really have to talk about this week on this episode of the Cinema Boys. Next week, stop by if you want to. We will be going over the movie Drop.
Well, I think this one might not be. It'll probably. We're trying to do the.
Yeah, it will probably come out earlier. We might try to change our dates from Wednesdays to at least Friday or Saturday.
And trying to do actual premieres.
Yeah, we're trying to
actually
watch them
pushing
way
for it
earlier. The beginning of this, our schedule was definitely conflicting at the beginning, but we have more free time than we did, so we will definitely try to get these videos out sooner as the movies come out. Because I know we post it literally a day before new movies come out.
Yeah.
But so yeah. So if you enjoyed this, thank you for staying this long, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys back here next week. Peace.